Picture this. It's 1979, and for the first time in human history, you can carry your entire music collection in your pocket. No wires, no speakers, no disturbing anyone else. Just you, your headphones, and pure musical freedom. The Sony Walkman didn't just change how we listen to music, it created an entirely new culture of personal audio that we're still living in today. But here's the crazy part. This revolutionary device that sold over 200 million units worldwide completely vanished. What happened to the Walkman? How did something so iconic become so forgotten? And why does understanding its story reveal the secret to surviving in our digital world? Stick around, because the rise and fall of the Walkman is way more dramatic than you think. The dawn of portable music. July 1979. Sony releases a device that would change everything. The TPS-L2, better known as the Walkman. But here's what's insane. Sony's own executives thought it was a terrible idea. They couldn't understand why anyone would want a tape player that couldn't record. They were spectacularly wrong. The Walkman solved a problem nobody knew they had. Before 1979, music was trapped in your house, your car, the radio. But suddenly, you could take Led Zeppelin on a jog, Pink Floyd to the subway, your favorite mixtape to school. The freedom was intoxicating. The original Walkman was beautifully simple. A compact cassette player with lightweight headphones powered by 2 AA batteries. It weighed just 14 ounces. Revolutionary for its time. Sony's marketing slogan said it all, "Take music with you." And boy, did people take that literally. Within just 2 years, Walkman became synonymous with portable music, like Kleenex for tissues. Sony had accidentally created an entire industry. The Walkman's golden age. The 1980s belonged to the Walkman. This wasn't just a device, it was a cultural revolution. Suddenly, teenagers could disappear into their own private world, even in crowded spaces. The Walkman created the concept of personal space in public. Mixtapes became love letters. Hours spent carefully curating the perfect sequence of songs, recording from the radio, timing the fade-outs perfectly. The Walkman made every listener a DJ of their own life soundtrack. Movie scenes, romantic moments, workout routines, everything had a soundtrack now. The cultural impact was massive. Music videos started featuring people with Walkman headphones. Fashion changed to accommodate the new accessory. The urban headphone culture was born, and with it, a generation that could tune out the world and tune into themselves. By the mid-80s, Sony was selling millions of units annually. The Walkman had evolved from simple cassette players to include AM, FM radio, auto-reverse, and even recording capabilities. Every competitor tried to catch up, but Sony owned the market. The home stereo system suddenly felt ancient and immobile. This was peak Walkman. Personal music had gone from impossible to essential in less than a decade. The rise of digital music. But technology never stands still, and the Walkman's greatest strength became its fatal weakness. In 1998, everything changed. The Diamond Rio PMP300, the first mainstream MP3 player, launched with 32 MB of storage. That's roughly one album. Tiny by today's standards, but it represented something revolutionary. Music without physical media. The advantages were immediately obvious. No more rewinding. No more flipping cassettes. No more tangled tape. MP3 players offered random access to your entire music library, perfect sound quality that never degraded, and the promise of infinite storage as technology improved. Meanwhile, Sony made a critical error. They were so invested in the cassette format, and later their own proprietary formats, that they couldn't see the digital revolution coming. While Apple was developing the iPod, Sony was still trying to perfect the mini-disc. The iPod's launch in 2001 was the final nail in the Walkman's coffin. 0 songs in your pocket wasn't just marketing, it was the future. The Walkman's 90-minute cassette capacity suddenly felt laughably limited. By 2006, digital music players outsold all portable cassette players combined. The king was dead. The Walkman's legacy. But here's the thing about revolutionary ideas. They never really die, they just evolve. Every smartphone in your pocket is essentially a super-powered Walkman. The core concept, personal, portable music consumption, became the foundation of our entire digital lifestyle. The Walkman taught us that we could carry our entertainment, our mood, our identity with us everywhere we went. Those white earbuds that became Apple's signature? Direct descendants of the Walkman's headphones. Spotify playlists? They're just digital mixtapes. The modern concept of personal audio space in public, all Walkman DNA. Sony tried to recapture the magic with modern Walkman devices featuring digital technology, but they could never regain their lost kingdom. The Walkman brand became a nostalgic footnote rather than an innovation leader. Yet the Walkman's cultural significance remains undeniable. It represents the moment when technology became truly personal, when we learned to curate our own private experiences in public spaces. It was the first device that made us all cyborgs, augmenting our reality with a personal soundtrack. The future of listening. So, where does personal audio go from here? We've moved from cassettes to CDs to MP3s to streaming, but the revolution isn't over. Spatial audio and noise cancellation are creating more immersive experiences than ever. Smart earbuds can translate languages in real time, monitor our health, and respond to our voice commands. We're approaching the Walkman's ultimate vision, complete personal audio environments. The future might bring us bone conduction audio, augmented reality soundscapes, or even direct neural interfaces. Imagine experiencing music directly in your brain, or having AI compose personalized soundtracks for your daily activities in real time. But here's the beautiful irony. No matter how advanced the technology becomes, we're still chasing what the Walkman achieved in 1979, the perfect personal listening experience. The Walkman died, but its soul lives on in every device that lets us carry our soundtrack through life. And in a world that's increasingly noisy and chaotic, maybe that's the most valuable legacy of all. What do you think the future of personal audio looks like? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories about the technology that shaped our world.